Bonjour, mon ami, je laisse argent, and all I have to say about this topic is, wow, I never expected the FGC to be full of so many different hypocrites. Now I'm going to keep this video brief and just dive kick into this topic. I'm not going to go into this long meandering sermon about the obvious. I find it funny that they're all bitching about a character that has never really had any type of defense outside of, well, his second Ultra. For defensive purposes, any type of way to get out of trouble, despite the fact that a majority of the cast has had meterless ways to do this for a long period of time, and he's gone at least 3 or 4 games without that. And these same people are talking about how strong Rolento is, and oh man, he's gonna be broken, and he needs this to be well, and I want him to be stronger than his original cross Tekken uh, version. And they want him to be that way in the final version, a character that can just use one bar and land an ultra virtually anywhere on the screen, so they can just pat each other on the back and say, yeah, that's awesome, bro. I'm so happy for you, and you're just a god among men, and whatever. Come on, man. Every character, to me, should have some type of threatening aspect about them, something that makes them appealing to play. And this is not an extreme change. It's not going to break the game as they're saying it will be. A character that has a move that has 4 frames, of invulnerability, that's not game breaking even in the slightest. Vega is still going to have problems, and I'm going to tell you exactly what those problems are with this one particular move, the Scarlet Terror. One, it does not hit crouching opponents. And that is also the very reason why he has to burn bar just to even complete combos, or he has to rely on meter in the first place because of that. Secondly, he has no moves that he can really just consistently use to land the Scarlet Terror. And more importantly, he won't be able to FEDC it. None of the versions. And only one of the versions. He's going to have to burn bar as a way out. And, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think he needs a little bit more changes than the ones he's getting, this included, for him to quote-unquote break the game. Especially whenever you have all the rest of these characters running around with all of these strong features about them, most of which are sadly getting nerfed. I mean, they all moaned and groaned about when Ryu was too strong, when Cammy was too strong, when Fei Long was too strong, when Akuma, Viper, and Rufus, and all these other characters, no matter how strong they were in whatever iteration, they cried for them to get nerfed for whatever particular reason, and then they all got nerfed. Not to mention how strong Sagat and the other characters were, Akuma especially. But yeah, they are crying for this character to lose the ability to be able to defend himself properly. Meanwhile, Bison has tons of ways to wake up, and no one makes groans about that. Here's a suggestion for a change that makes a little more sense. Blanca. I think Blanca's overhead should be faster. I think it should be faster. You should not have to charge it. Yeah, that's right. You have to charge it. I don't think it should have to be chargeable. I think it should be just about as fast as Dudley's, and it should have enough frame advantage to be able to link maybe like a low forward or something, so that his overhead is usable and threatening. Because otherwise, the rest of the cast can give 2 shits about Blanca's overhead. It is one of the worst overheads in the game, right next to Honda's, which is still better than Blanca's because at least it's cancelable in some type of way. And plus, it is the only overhead that is a unique normal that you have to be up close to the opponent to actually do. Other characters, they have overheads. While they may not be able to get a combo off of them, they are threatening in their own right. Blanca's is not threatening at all because it takes forever to do. To me, that's a fair change, but he's not going to be getting that change because no one cares about Blanca. But, Vega, oh yeah, he gets a way to defend himself, be able to effectively anti-air and has a vulnerability. Oh yeah, he's breaking the game, blah, 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 blah. You guys are such hypocrites. Give him a chance to have something, please. And as for Ken having a sweep that's unpunishable, I don't really think that's particularly fair. I think that it should be punishable at least to some degree. But who knows? This game is a long ways before it actually comes out. And I think it's way too early to start bitching and moaning about a move that comes out in 4 frames to have 4 frames of vulnerability. It's silly. I think it should get more buffs than that, at the expense of maybe dropping its damage, because the Scarlet Terror of any version does quite a bit of damage, which is probably no wonder why you can't combo it in most instances. I'm done talking about all of this, and if anything else comes up, I'll talk about it. Jean au revoir, merci mon amis, more to come.